All right, so now I'm going to turn these into this other little thing that I like to call a bubble blower. It's an intermediate form to make the bail. Okay,
A bubble
so
blower,
a bubble
intermediate?
blower. Oh yeah, I'm just getting technical now.
You are. I mean, you totally lost me.
Yeah. So well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw all of these pieces up so that they will come into line and in parallel with each other.
Okay.
And we can form the bail. The measurement for forming this little thing right here,
Yeah.
you take your pliers and you put it right on top of on top of this little wrap, and then to the very end, and then you pull it up.
Pull it.
Okay.
And we're using the chain nose pliers?
And we're using chain nose pliers. We'll be using chain nose pliers for this process all the time.
Everything else is a cutter besides those round nose pliers.
Yeah, yeah.
Flush cutters.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And so this is what you want it to look like, is that little guy right there. Okay. When you're doing a square piece, it's pretty easy to do that little move because you just take it, clamp it, and it's upward 90 degrees. You'll know it's 90. And you'll know it's 90. But because I'm doing this somewhat oval piece.
Now, when you're doing that, Dev, are you cinching these wraps down at the same time?
At the same time, yeah. Because now's the point where you know where this wrap is going to be, and you know where these two wraps are going to be. So it's perfectly okay to cinch them down.
Okay.
Okay. And that's the top. Okay. So the next thing we'll do is I'll show you how it works on this one. This is this piece has a definite front and a back and a top and a bottom, right? It has a little bit more of a round curve there. So the wrap is oriented. It's sensitive to orientation, right? Whereas this stone, this is a symmetrical stone, and you don't really have to worry about it. This could be the top, or that could be the top.
That looks a little odd that way, though. It seems to have a little arc going this way.
I built it that way. Yeah. In the process of wrapping, you will have a tendency to favor one side over the other, and that works out real nice. You can see I did that specifically with this one. To catch that little fanned bottom. The next thing I'll do is I need to bind the tops of these together, these loose edges. So what I'm doing is I'm taking off of the back, where you establish the back, I'm taking one of these off, and I'm sending it going in the same direction that it was heading before I bent it. That way. I'm going to take my really exciting tool.
Oh, the pin vise.
Yay! So this is such a cheap, exciting thing here.
Yeah, so, but it's way cool.
Yay! So I cinched it in there. Remember last time I used pliers for that single piece? Now I'm just using my fingers because it's already...
It's wrapped and everything
there. Okay. Isn't that amazing? So...
And could you twist that right off of there if you twist it too much?
You sure could. It would snap right off, and then you'd have to choose another one, and then you'd be one wire short.
So
but that's savable.
You just go a couple turns and call it good.
Yeah. So now this thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this tight by wrapping it up and over.
That twisted piece.
And I'm going to make it go around twice. Right? Go around twice. And then pull it tight. And give it a pinch. And now it's totally solid.
It's a unit.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, and I'll do the same on this just so you can see it done again.
Pull one off the back, the same direction the wire was originally going.
Do the exciting tool. Hold these two together. You line them up, the two sides. Go around.
And it don't matter if you go left or right or left. Or
no, you just want to make sure it's going in the same direction that it was headed. I like all my bails to have 5 wires at the top. 5 wires makes a nice broad bail, and it makes it strong. If it's any less, it doesn't look as nice, and it doesn't look as sturdy, and it's not as sturdy. And any more, the wires don't really line up nicely. So now I have 9 wires here, right? I would like to leave 5 for my bail. So I am going to take 4 of these wires, and you can see they're stacked up like this, right?
Right.
The way I'm going to be pulling wires off is from top to top to top, right? The top layers.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull the top one off of that side, that way, that way, and that way. And that will leave me 5. Now, these 4 pieces, part of it will work as an additional wrap, and part of it will work as these little decorations.
Oh, those spirals.
These little decorations on here. So
these little spirals.
these spirals, and we'll also, you can hang beads on them.